In the wrong hands, it just embarrasses itself, you know?
Yeah, I'm not
gonna
be honest, guys.
I'm you can see Justin's face right now.
I'm not very convinced by the Lancelot pick. I think it's fine. It's just a jawhead. But you look over to the side of Explorer, none of them really gets affected by the Lancelot. So, you know,
and they're mobile too, so.
Yeah, so a little bit contradicting for me, but hey, you know, it's Envy. You never know what you're gonna see.
I mean, who do you think is a better option instead of a Lancelot?
Smash them.
Well, I don't know, maybe Benedicta, because I've seen how much that hero can do, especially in counter split push. But anyway, guys, the game's going to be starting. I'm going to pass it over to you guys. We have Eris as well as Vertigo going to be giving you your English commentary for the first game of the MPL SG.
That's right. And guys, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started into the first game. JS Love on that jawhead, and he's just going to give away his life. Oh, okay, that's kind of fast. Okay, so Explorer definitely getting away.
It's a very rough start.
It's very scuffed.
Yeah.
Scuffed.
And more interestingly, we're going to see JS Love play into that tank role, which is his original role in the first place.
From the assassin.
Yep. He's actually a natural tank player. Not a lot of people, a lot of people actually do know that, but they had to restructure because of Envy's lineup.
Yeah.
But now Kolya going into that favorite hero of his on that Ruby, I think given their draft, it makes sense. With JS Love going to his natural position and Kolya playing that favorite hero of his, it just makes completely, fine for Envy. But hey, you see a little bit of engagement coming from Dora, the rolling Unity setting up the stun. They will get the Selena Abyssos's arrow right onto the jawhead. JS Love having a bit of a nightmare in this opening minutes.
I would say Monchichi on that Hayabusa. Do you think it's more early game eccentric? I mean, that catch from Dora was amazing on that Baxia, by the way, and it was clean. It was good. He caught him off guard, and he's gonna make use of that. And JS Love is just living a nightmare here on out.
Yeah, I think so too. I think as much as one would hate to admit it, Hayabusa is one of the toughest heroes to go up against, especially in late game. He's super not tanky, but super evasive with the clone shadows, and not only that, he has a very high, insane amount of clear speed.
Oh, big gank! They're setting up for a big gank. They're definitely setting up for a big gank right now, and too easy for Angelo. Is just gonna back away right now, and Mooney and the flame shot is gonna go wide. Mooney barely managed to escape death right there, nearly giving one kill away to Explorer again.
Yeah, that was a very vital escape for Mooney, right? He needs to hit that level 4, he needs those experience in the mid lane. Getting bullied constantly by Selena, that's kind of expected when you're going up against a Selena player. But Vesper arrow lands right out to JS Love. Can they actually pick up this kill? Jawhead dropping really low. Mochichi will pick him up. And just like that, the Notorious villains are going to lose 2 heroes. Too easy for Angel, looking for the snipe. They even put out the feathered airstrike, but Explorer takes it away.
Just slightly out of range there with that feather airstrike. They tried to snipe it out, but then 2 men down, 3 men down, you're not going to be able to do anything from there on out because Explorer are on guard right now. Literally on guard. They are pushing so hard, they are giving so much pressure to Notorious Villain. If Notorious Villain steps out of line just by a little bit, and Explorer, they're just going to pounce onto them, and JS Love is going to get the eject right here, but Swirl is going to get away, but just not in the nick of time as Mooney is going to snipe him down with that flame shot.
Yeah, I think they wanted to give the kill over to the Lancelot, but unfortunately, Conroe's not really missing his mark, so the it's just a case of I have to secure that.
It's for the team. It's a team game, man. It's a team game. And Kolya here, 1v3, he's going to get instantly taken down. So it's a trade, right? You're going to trade away Kolya, but Mooney gets the kill, so Kolya gets died. I mean, this time, Kolya is not on roam, so definitely there's going to be a better communication, hopefully. It could go both ways. It could be, maybe Kolya has better communication with the team and the follow-ups now, rather than him getting onto the engage and, no one following up.
We see a little bit of a gank down the bot lane. The ejector is going to pull Dora, but he's a tanky in this box here. The Abyssal arrow landing on JS Love. He's a magnet at this point. The flame shot comes in. I don't think they will be able to get the kill. The shield keeping him alive, but maybe they will. Dora doesn't even need to take it. They're going to give it over to the Claude, pulling out the blazing duet, and immediately over to the mid lane. Envy getting decimated across the entire map.
This is why they pick Baxia. Did you see how fast was that? A kill from bot lane, that's it. I'm moving up to mid and I'm going to help my team to secure another kill. So Explorer moving all across the map with that mobility on that Baxia, and not to mention too, you have Hayabusa, you have Selena, you have Claude. That's just a whole mobile team.
Yeah, and things are just going to get worse, right? Because you have a Claude, Hayabusa, heroes that scale really well into the late game. Whereas for Envy, they're looking for early pickoffs. You have a Jawhead, you have a Farsa. You're meant to be scaling better in the earlier portions, but because of these good rotations coming from Explorer,
oh my god,
it's just insane the pace that they're playing at.
Yeah, it's so fast, it's so quick. Blazing Duets is gonna melt XM and a killing spree 3 times there for Monty. But Envy gonna take advantage of that, and here comes Dora with the info for the team. Last Insanity not gonna do much here. Explorer.
Yeah, Phantom Execution comes in. They do manage to pick up the Xbox, which I think is a pretty decent loss for Explorer. They were just trying to take away the turtle. But good job coming from the Notorious Villains. They noticed that they couldn't get the bot lane, so might as well go for more objectives going out. Metal, Kolia leading the charge. They're trying to take the tier 1. They will be able to do so. Now Dora trapped in a bit of a bad position. But they just don't have the peel. Look at that. Dora just standing in the middle of it. Come hit me. It's all on me. Just let me free all of that damage.
It's free, literally here. Come, let me give you my cheek. Slap it as hard as you can. I'm not gonna get hurt by it at all. So Dora, so tanky. And the rotation is crazy. 1-0 and 5 on that Baxia. He even has a Revitalize there, you know, just to top things off. That health regen is gonna be so detrimental and essential for Explorer right now.
Explorer obviously loving this early game.
Love it. It's amazing. It's going so well for Explorer right now. So hopefully, you know, Explorer gets one and then Envy reverse sweeps them, and my prediction is correct. Maybe.
I love how Vertigo is still holding on to the Envy prediction.
And JS Love is gonna rush out onto Monchichi, shadow kill onto Mooney, but it's not gonna be enough, and it's gonna flip Mooney up.
Well, that could have been really bad for Monchichi if the ejector landed on him. But you know, fortunately, even though he didn't get the kill to the far side, he walks out alive. That's gonna send the far side back for a bit. Now Explorer looking to go up. I think Kolia might be dead mid if he doesn't get out there in time.
If you get a 3-man hook though, and then Mooney, it would be a very good setup onto Mooney. So Blazing Duet's gonna melt, Feather Airstrike comes down, and Mooney is gonna go down too. Mooney, he's looking so low, and JS Love is there on his own. 1v3, 1v4, he makes it down to a 1v3 and gets a trade. But it's a 2-for-1, definitely not worth for Notorious Villains.
Yeah, it's super value. And on top of that, Notorious Villains didn't even manage to push the tier 1 down the bot because they were going up against the Xbox. So that's just value for Explorer right there. Yeah. But Notorious Villains here looking to pick up the second turtle, or rather the third turtle, given that the first one went to Explorer's way. Yeah. And we got the second one.
Oh, Monchichi spots this.
Spot that out.
JS Love, is he going to get ejected onto Monchichi, but the Abyssal Arrow is going to cancel onto JS Love, and the Shadow Kill is going to go down onto JS Love. Look at this. And Dora jumping in all the way. He's going to get a catch onto Mooney, and Kolia looking very low. Blazing Duet comes down. He's going to melt the rest of Notorious Villain, and last Insanity is not going to catch anybody off. Notorious Villains, good disengage, but they're going to lose Mooney. Very, very important hero right there on that Farsa.
Yeah, that's the thing about Farsa. She's super mobile when she has the wings by wings, but other than that, when she gets caught in the tower spot, it's over. And speaking about over, too easy, Angelo, good dash over there to get himself out of that tower spot, but now Kolia has to be careful with his position. The Abyssal Arrow wouldn't land on anyone. XM trying to catch Dora out with the Falling Star Moon, but there is no backup. Explorer will walk away. They even find the Pobo Buff coming up on the enemy side.
So that's just choking Notorious Villains right there, stealing away their buff, depriving Too Easy for Angelo of anything at all. But, you know, Too Easy for Angelo, we've seen how fast he is. We've seen his fast, we've seen his mobility, but that is just not enough. So, how is this going to turn out? I mean, if Explorer were to capitalize on this lead right now, it's definitely very good for Envy. But Envy, look at this. They are so hungry. They are deprived. They need it.
Well, for starters, like I said, I think the Lancelot wasn't really a convincing pick, and because of that, they haven't been able to find a lot of kills onto Too Easy for Angelo, and that is really
the
bad.
Hook, the catch, stun onto Benzo, the ejection onto Benzo right now, but he does have that immortality popped up right now. Better Airstrike comes up, but he sees that Abyssal Arrow is going to be backing up all the way, and Dora is going to catch onto Kolia. Look at this catch! And the rest of Explorer is going to go Shadow Kill down to JS Love. The ultimate from Too Easy for Angelo is going to get used. And the Blazing Duet, last Insanity is going to come out. Too Easy for Angelo. He's going to get busted down right now. But Falling Star Moon is going to catch him off. But Benzo is going to get away with a slitter of health right now. Dora is going to be forced to disengage so far away right now.
Well, so it even gets the Abyssal Arrow that's solo kill coming up with the Selena player. Well, he could be in a bit of a trouble, but doesn't look like Envy can catch him anytime soon. He's just pouncing around, just making sure that JS Love can't jump right onto him. I think Esmeralda might be able to pick up the kill here, but onto the back by Hayabusa in a 1v3. Gets hooked right underneath the tier 2 tower. He's going to pay his life for that. Meanwhile, XM still hunting for more, still fronting the front line.
Wow.
Dora in a little bit of trouble. Kolea might just be able to follow. The big back move gets the hook, locks him right into position. And too easy for Angelo. Gets his much needed kill.
Wow, that was a very messy and scuffed fight, but Envy managed to capitalize on it because they've seen Monchichi coming from the backline of Bento right now. 1v4. Almost a 1v5, but he's going to get himself out with that large extent. He's leaving himself looking alive for another fight.
It's a pre-12-minute Lord, so I think Explorer can deal with that. In the meantime, they are buying space for Raibi to actually farm up on this floor. He's been doing pretty decently, 4-1 and 2. He's been split pushing a lot. I think once he gets that third or fourth item in, that's where the power spike really comes in for the Claude. That's where Explorer will look to bite back. But meanwhile, I think Notorious Villains are still doing pretty decent job of keeping Explorer in check.
Yeah.
Look at the goal lead, right? Not too much between them, just 1k. Given the amount of kills Explorer have, I think that's a respectable difference for Notorious Villains.
Oh no, Abyssal Arrow catches on to Kolea, and that's it. Goodbye. The moment if I see any Abyssal Arrow coming towards me, I'm just going to put down my phone and just like, okay, I'm done. I don't need to play, but unless, maybe I have something like Purify.
And that's why they are the pros and you're playing on the show. You can't give up. It's not like that Vertigo. But speaking about giving up, Dora getting caught out of position. The Abyssal Arrow will land to JS Love, but that's not the biggest problem. He's trying to jump right in the Shadow Kill right onto Mooney as well. Can he get the last hit in? It will miss his target. But here comes the rest of Explorer chasing right onto the back of Notorious. Raibi jumping into the thick of it. Too easy for Angelo, getting shredded by that claw. The base XX lands. He gets the corn rolls off, dodges that Abyssal Arrow, and we will walk away licking their lips.
Wow, that was clean, that was fast, it was a good trade, that was amazing, especially for Raibi. So I've just, I happen to see the player cams and I see Raibi, just smiling, and he's moving so fast, he's moving the phone physically, not moving his thumb or fingers at all. He's literally moving the phone as a whole. So props to him. Explorer right now with a slight lead, 1.5k is pretty close, I would say, but winning probability maybe more towards Explorer, unless Envy is going to get a huge catch.
Yeah, I think for Explorer, the length of the game doesn't really matter because they have a very high hero cap in terms of the hero pool, right? You look at the Claude, you look at Hayabusa, they still have one more item slot, so there is only upwards for them. Whereas with Notorious Villains, they're relying a lot on the catch and team fights to move skill into the late game. So I think it's different win conditions here, but they've got to have to do their best. And speaking about their best, they get the unstable force right to Monchichi. Does a good job of dodging it, but Kolea hops right onto him. That is a dead Hayabusa. What can Explorer do here to bite back? I don't think they will be able to find much without their Hayabusa. So they're just going to push out the way so that Notorious Villains doesn't get an easy push.
That's got to be the cleanest layering of CC I've ever seen. If for the first time coming up from Envy. So with a clean follow-up and everything. Kolea gets the hook down. Ultimate from 2Z for Angelo. Notorious comes out. Bento taking a little bit too much damage right now. Still has that immortality propped up though. And Feather Airstrike is going to zone everybody off. Abyssal Arrow catches Mooney. Blazing Duet comes in and the follow-up, and JS Love is going to get away scot-free.
Yeah, Dora chasing with the rolling Unity. Kolea, can he run away from this? His regen is getting cancelled out right here. But I don't think he will be able to make it out of it. Too easy for Angelo. He is the bait that bites it. Sword just landing those Abyssal Arrows, and that's why he is the feared Selena of Explorer. And now they even clear up the Esmeralda. What a turn of events just after Envy managed to get the catch on Monchichi.
Sniper. I think Sword should change his name to Sniper instead.
But you have to give credit to the rest of teams as well. Dora kind of set it up with the rolling Unity, But I still have to give credit to I do agree with you right there.
Yeah, that was very accurate, especially the hitbox on Selena's Abyssal Arrow is just so small. A simple sidestep will do, but one misstep and that's it. That's going to cost you your MPL title. So it's going to be so critical for Notorious Villain, and you need that mobility. You need that Purify. You need something to get you out of something.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit unfortunate for the side of Mooney. It all started with a Abyssal Arrow right onto the far side. They find the kill, then all Dora has to do is just frontline and take the damage. A little bit shaky for Explorer here, I would say. Dora dropping very low, Bento nearly having to burn the immortality charge. But from here on, the sustain coming from Explorer is just too much. Which is why I fear for Notorious Villains. Yes, they have the catch, they have the burst in terms of team fights, but once they use all that spells,
you're nothing.
Yeah, Explorer can just look to clean you up.
I mean, look at this. Claude has that basic attack, he has that power, Monchichi has great burst, especially with Bento. So has good CC, Dora has good tanking. So it's a very nice overall balance. It's like the yin to the yang. It's like the, you know, the loa to the yi.
Yeah, well, speaking about the yin to the yang, MP does want to contest for this lot, but they're just too
Mooney.
far away. They're getting zoned away by Ryby, and now they're going to chase right on top as well. Mooney dropping very low. Will have to back off. Sends one final flame shot just to assist the team, but now JSLove being forced to use that flicker. Ryby going in uncontested. Does manage to jump right onto too easy for Angelo. 2 more, he should do the trick, but nice sidestep coming up on the Lancelot. And it looks like XM is going to pay the price for his team's mistake. And now Kolia trying to lock the team down, but there's just too much in the way for Explorer. And with the lot marching down mid lane, I believe this is game 1 for Explorer's end.
Oh my god, that was fast, that was clean. And are they going to BM too? Are they going to BM too?
It's tough to say. Very long call there, very long shout, but I think it's kind of no surprises here. The Explorer does pick up game 1, drop going from